Hi, I'm Leah from House Divided at Dickinson College, and I'm here to show you how to do a edit of a close reading video in iMovie on Mac. So first you're going to go to your desktop and then go down to your dock and open Photo Booth. When that opens, you should see yourself, and then you're going to click on this icon here, which changes it from a still recording or a photograph to a video recording, and this should change to a video camera. When you're ready, you want to make sure that you look up into the green light, otherwise you'll be looking like this, and this is a lot more engaging. So you're going to click on that button. After 3 seconds, it'll count down and you should be recording. I would give yourself some time at the beginning and the end just for editing purposes, so take a deep breath and relax and then get ready to speak. Say something intelligent, and when you're finished you can hit the stop button. Your new video will show up right down here, and then you're done with Photo Booth. After that, you're going to open up iMovie, and you should come to a screen that looks somewhat like this, depending on whether you've done a video before. You're going to import your clip, so you're going to go to File and Import, Movies. Then you're going to find Photo Booth, Movies down here, and click Photo Booth here. And, I wouldn't really mess with any of this. And then you're going to click your video and click Import. I'm not going to do that because I've already got my movie, but that's what you would do. And then after that, you're ready to create your new video. You'd click on this plus sign, and then you would label your movie. And then you would, if you're doing a slideshow, these can be fun, but for a movie, I don't think that's the best option. So I would just click None and Create, which I'm not going to do. Then you're going to, come to this screen here, and you'll see something that looks more like this. And it'll be empty boxes. So what you're going to do is you're going to, drag all of your video, click and drag so that it's all yellow, and then you're going to drag that up here and stick it in one of those boxes, which I've already done. So this is what it's going to look like for you after you've done that. This button's important. You've noticed that right now you have the entire video in one frame or two, and it doesn't really allow for precise editing. So if I were you, I would bring it down to at least 30 second frames, or you can even get really precise and get down to half-second frames, which I think is overdoing it for this project. Alright, so if you don't, you have that beginning part where you need to cut out that awkward deep breath, then you can just select and drag it over until it's highlighted, and you can play it while it's highlighted and figure out what's going on there and delete it when you're done. Same with the end, or if you made a huge blunder in the middle, I would advise against that. If you made a huge blunder, I would just re-record, but small mistakes I wouldn't really want to edit out just because it would get a bit choppy. After that, I think the most important thing I've done is to add these cutaways. So when I'm speaking about a document or a person, I will cut away to an image of that person or document. And what that means is that the audio of my voice will continue, but you won't see me anymore, you'll see the image. And that's really useful as a learning tool, and it also makes it more interesting to watch rather than just me the whole time. So how you would do that is you need to go up to iMovie, and then you need to go to Preferences, and this is important. It's easy to forget, so if you forget this and you're frustrated why you can't do it, come back to this step, because you need to enable Show Advanced Tools, so you need to make sure that's checked, otherwise you won't be able to do advanced editing. When you're done with that, you're just gonna click an image. I found that JPEGs and PNGs work. The GIFs, they don't work for some reason, and I haven't tried anything else, so you can experiment with that. But I just put it on my desktop, and then I drag it over here, and then you're going to get this menu, and you're going to click Cutaway. It's going to look like this. And Lincoln saw Fremont's order as unconstitutional. He wouldn't have been able to... So you can see it cuts away from the image of me, but my audio continues, which is important. If you wanted to expand this, you're talking about an image or a person for a long time, more than 4 seconds, you can just click and drag if you have that arrow tool and it'll expand. If you don't have it cutting away at the perfect moment, if you have the hand tool, you can click and drag and you can move it around. You can do this manually by going to clip adjustments, and then you can set the duration manually by typing in the amount that you wanted here. So say I wanted 15 seconds. That's easy. And then the other thing that you notice is, he's really cropped in and he's moving. This is what's known as a Ken Burns effect. So you're going to come to this gear again, and you're going to go to cropping, Ken Burns, and rotation. If you have an image, a portrait image, I would just automatically go to fit, because otherwise it's going to be really zoomed in on his face and you won't get the whole picture. Fit just, it's a still image and it stays up for the duration. It's not as interesting as Ken Burns, so for example, if you have a document that's a letter and you want to scroll down, it's an interesting thing to watch, and there's more movement. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on cropping and Ken Burns. When you do the Ken Burns, you have a start box and an end box. So you can start really zoomed in. You can start down here. I would, if it's a letter, I would start up top and then zoom down to the end. But, you just click and drag these boxes to how you want it. So, on Lincoln, that would look like, if you wanted to zoom in on his eyes, how beautiful. And then end, with more of his face, it would end up looking like, well, click done, don't forget that, that's important. But it would end up looking like this. Lincoln could obviously connect with him on that basis. And Lincoln saw Fremont's order as unconstitutional. He wouldn't have been able to... So that's, something that's really worthwhile knowing. So, and that's basically it for, the amount of editing you do for an easy project like this. So when you're finished, you're just going to go to Share and Export Movie. And you would, again, make sure you like the name. I would stick with large or HD. I don't have the option to do HD, so large is what I'm going to go with. And then you're going to click Export, which I've already done. So that's it, and I hope this has been a helpful tutorial for you.